Hey guys, Troy here with Gamebreaker TV, and today we're going to take a sneak peek at a new PvP mode that is being introduced to Guild Wars 2 with the Dragon Bash event, which is set to hit live servers on Tuesday, June 11th, and is called Dragon Ball. Now last week we were invited to jump in with some of the developers and other media members to take a look at some of the things that are coming in the first part of the Dragon Bash event. So the first thing I want to show you is the Dragon Ball game because it's just freaking awesome and was definitely the highlight of our tour through the upcoming content. Now, obviously, this does have game sounds, but I did have to mute the sound when I rendered this video because the devs were talking to us while we played, and I can't really share some of the things that they were talking about, but know that there is more coming to the Dragon Bash event in the coming days than what they've revealed so far. So there's definitely more out there, a few surprises down the road for this, so definitely keep an eye out for that, and you're definitely going to want to participate and see what's coming up with that. Now obviously what you're watching here is gameplay where I was running around with the developers and other media members playing Dragon Ball. And the first thing you're likely to notice is that we don't have our normal set of abilities in Dragon Ball. Instead, we're going to start out with one basic attack, and that's our Dragon Ball, which we can sling at other players to do damage and score a kill. As you roam around the map, you're going to be able to pick up additional power-ups which are going to give you additional abilities and different ways that you can take out your enemies and different tools that are going to help you do that. For example, one of the power-ups that you can pick up as you roam around the map is going to upgrade your basic Dragon Ball attack into a Super Dragon Sphere, and that's going to do more damage and fire at a faster rate, so obviously it's going to be better for killing enemies if you can pick that one up. Another ability that you can pick up is going to give you the Dragon Lob ability on your skill bar, and it's going to be a targeted AoE ability, and while it's hard to hit on a moving opponent, if you do manage to land it, it does do quite a bit of damage and a little bit of a knockback, so it is pretty useful, but you're not going to be able to hit it just anytime you want to. There's also going to be an Ice Dragon Trap that you can get on your ability bar. It's going to slow enemies down, making them a little easier to hit, maybe with the big AoE attack. And there's also a Super Dragon Kick ability you can pick up that's a gap closer, and it does a nice chunk of damage whenever you use it. Another power-up that's going to give you an ability on your ability bar is going to be a reflection bubble that creates a small area that you can stand in, and when you're standing in there, it's going to reflect Dragon Balls away from you so that when enemies are using their basic Dragon Ball type attacks, they can't do damage to you. You can also pick up power-ups that are going to give you things like a short-term invisibility power-up, and there are also little blue health orbs scattered throughout the map, so as you take damage you can pick those up, and there's 3 different sizes, and the largest one is going to give you up to 50% of your health back whenever you run over and pick it up. Now all these power-ups spawn and respawn at determined spots on the map, so becoming familiar with the map and where each power-up is located will give you a slight edge when you're participating in Dragon Ball. As you can tell, this is a very fast-paced match type, and character run speeds have been increased to make the game feel much faster. And although the map itself isn't very large, there are multiple levels to it, and there's no falling damage either, so you can bail off any cliff or platform to escape from your enemies without having to worry about killing yourself in the process. There's also lots of tunnels and little nooks to duck into, or you can use them as ambush points to surprise your enemy as they run by. But there's plenty of things and plenty of detail on the map, and it's not just you standing across a big open field from your enemy and you're slinging stuff back and forth. There's definitely areas to jump in and out of, jump up and down from, and lots of things to just keep it interesting. You'll also notice that there are jump pads similar to what we saw in the Super Adventure box, as well as zip pads that can send you across openings. If you hit one of the jump pads while dodge rolling, you'll jump higher than you would by simply running over it. Now, this was initially a bug, but the developers decided to keep it in because it was just fun to do. Along with the run speed increase, the jump pads and the zip pads really go a long way to making this game mode feel really fast-paced, and there's a lot of action going on besides just pressing the buttons. Once you've been killed in Dragon Ball, you will automatically respawn within 10 seconds, and once you're respawned inside the base, you'll be booted back out into the game map within 15 seconds. And this helps keep players from hiding or AFKing in the base, as well as keeps the action moving for everybody that's involved in the game. Now, the tooltips say the matches can last up to 30 minutes, but the developers say that most matches last somewhere around 10 minutes. And all the matches we played in the tour of the content were done in less than 10 minutes, probably. I think this one goes about 7.5 minutes, something like that. And we didn't even have 2 full teams all the time. Sometimes we had 3 on 4, 4 on 5. So it's definitely going to be a fast-paced, action-packed mode that you can jump in and complete a game pretty quick. As you can see at the top of the screen, there is a red team and a blue team, and we're accumulating points by killing members of the enemy team. The first team to 500 wins, and the match ends, and everybody gets their rewards, and there's a little scoreboard at the end. And at the end of this video, you'll see the scoreboard pop up, and it just kind of the typical thing, tells you how many kills you got, how many points you scored, kind of a scoreboard that lets you say, oh, look, I was better than you. For the winning team, each player is going to receive a Dragon Coffer, which has a chance to contain different Dragon Bash event items, including a ticket to acquire one of the event's weapon skins. And the losing team is going to receive some Taffy, which is the basic event currency that can be spent at event vendors for different rewards. Also note that for the winning team, there's a chance at a rare drop of the holographic dragon wings, which I don't think you can actually see in this video, but we'll show off in a later video that kind of showcases some of the rewards and stuff for the Dragon Bash event, so you will be able to see those, and there's probably pictures of those up on the site. Unfortunately, the Dragon Ball PvP mode is only going to be available during the Dragon Bash event, which is sad because it really is a lot of fun. But the devs say that it will likely re-emerge at some point down the road, so at least we've got that to look forward to. And I got a feeling that anybody who tries this is really going to have a lot of fun playing it. Now, we do have more Guild Wars 2 Dragon Bash event sneak peeks coming up, and we're definitely going to take a look at MOA racing and some of the weapon skins that are available during this event, as well as a few other things. So stay tuned right here for Gamebreaker TV, and we'll have you covered on all the Guild Wars 2 Dragon Bash event news. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.